everyone, take a seat. So excited to be here with all of you. Welcome to this year's Natural Products Expo East Pitch Slam. Andrew, I think we've got a slide problem. We're just getting started, guys. I don't have any notes up here. Okay, sounds good. Bear with me here. All right, welcome to this year's Natural Products Expo East Pitch Slam in partnership with Naturally Network. My name is Katrina Tolentino, Executive Director of the Naturally Network. We are the largest membership organization representing the natural, organic, and better for you products industry. And I'm just so excited to be here with all of you, and this is going to be a great celebration today. A big thank you to 31 Inc. and Green Spoon Sales. Okay, it's an excitable bunch over there. We'll get to hear more from them during the judge deliberation. And thank you to our virtual platform sponsor, Zipline Logistics. We're super excited to have people be able to watch us on the live stream. Andrew, can you scroll me? Thanks for your patience, y'all. All right. Who has heard of Naturally Network before? Yeah? Amazing. So, if you have not heard of us, Naturally Network, we do three things. We provide access to market for our members. We are developing the future leaders of the industry through conscious business values and education. And we also have chapters across the country, so we're here to help support the success and health of all of our chapters. We are now serving over 33,000 stakeholders across the country, and we have chapters in Austin, Bay Area, Boulder, Chicago, Los Angeles, Minnesota, New York, North Bay, and San Diego. And I'm super excited to share that we've just approved our newest chapter, Naturally New England. Do I have any Naturally New England board members here? Raise your hand if you're a Naturally board member. Awesome. So give these industry leaders a big round of applause. We have over 250 board members across the country that's leading these chapters. And if you're interested in joining Naturally New England, head over to naturallyne.org to stay up to date on their community launch and their membership. All right, so today's Pitch Slam competition features 8 finalists from across all of our chapters. So all of these folks that you're going to see today won their regional Pitch Slam. This regional competition format that ladders up to Expo East helps us identify amazing early stage brands across the country, and today's show is a culmination of all of those efforts. A huge thank you to New Hope Network for their partnership. It's been an incredible partnership for us. And they have been so generous with how they're supporting early stage brands. So really excited to be here. And then of course, if you want to check out the brands yourselves, we are also going to be on the show floor in our Pitch Slam Alley activation in Hot Products in row 4000. So stop on by tomorrow. All right. I also want to thank Naturally's partners. We would not be here without the folks that you see on screen. So a big thank you to all of these companies that help us do our amazing work and create impact alongside us. And before we get started to the show, I wanted to invite everyone here. After today's show, we have a big party at Reading Terminal just across the street. So if you have not RSVP'd yet, that party is being presented by Spence and these incredible partners, Beyond Brands, Brand Rock, SRW, and Wellvest Capital. If you go to naturallynetwork.org and head over to our events page under Expo East, you still have some time to RSVP for the party. All right. Let's get started. I am excited to introduce you to today's Pitch Slam MC, Tori Laws Phillips. She's a former partner at Andreessen Horowitz, CPG mentor and advisor, a recovering CPG marketer, an improv comedian, so she's going to be pretty funny up here, and a very dear friend. So welcome Tori to the stage.
Hi. Thank you, Katrina. I am all of those things. Hello, Expo East Pitch Slam. I'm Tari Laws Phillips, and I'm thrilled to be emceeing today. Thanks for having me back. I didn't mess up last year. Thank you. I got my first laugh. Today, you'll be hearing from 8 companies across the Naturally Network. Each company has competed in a Naturally Network regional pitch slam to compete on the Expo East stage. Let's meet our judges. We have Alyssa Vesco, Senior Vice President of Merchandising at Whole Foods. We have Cynthia Tice, founder of Lily's Sweets. Hi there. Sherry Fry, Vice President of Total Wellness at NIQ. Megan Rouser, Director at Pearl Rock Partners.
Product? No GMO mics.
And Ben Fishman, Board Chairman at Regenified. Did I say that correctly? So next up, we'll be finding out how the judges will decide the winners. Our judging rubric includes each company having 3 minutes to pitch with an additional 3 minutes for Q&A. They'll be judged on the strength of their team and their company's story,
delicious.
Branding and packaging, product differentiators, scalability and innovation. We'll award prizes for runner-up, first place, as well as audience choice. Our prizes include over $30,000 of worth from New Hope Network services, including a booth at the 2023 Expo West.
The reverb trail of this room is, dude, we should just sample the reverb from this room.
Figuring out how to narrow it down from that 8 to 5. Who will immediately go into a final round of Q&A to identify our 3 winners. So it's quick. It's going to be fast and on our feet, y'all. Okay. Thank you to our sponsors. And up next, correct? Oop. I got a no-note slide. What do I do now, Andrew? There's so many people looking at me. I'll push the button. There it is. Our first to present is Trish Thomas, founder of Everybody East, an acne-friendly and gluten-free cracker. Everybody Eat was the Naturally Chicago winner. Thank you. Thank you.
Love my green smooths tea. So Everybody Eat is a promise to create a world where everybody feels included. So the one thing that's in common in every culture in the world is sharing food with the people we love. But when a special diet enters the family, that bonding is blown apart. So Everybody Eat exists to bring people together over a shared love of delicious food, regardless of dietary restriction or preference. How we do that is that we make delicious food and we manufacture it in our own facility that's free of the top 14 allergens in corn. Our mission is to give everybody a seat at the table, literally and figuratively. The first is through our food, the second is our workforce. We employ the unemployable. 100% of our production team has lost family members to gun violence in Chicago. 65% have been formerly incarcerated and 20% were homeless before they worked for our company. So I know that changing your diet can change your life. I have multiple autoimmune diseases, and years ago I started working with a doctor and I took out gluten, dairy, soy, eggs. And so I've been off thousands of dollars of medicine a year, but I couldn't eat with my family. And I'm not alone. About 30% of the world now has medically mandated diets to manage inflammatory conditions. This is the Thomas family. Feeding us requires a spreadsheet, not a menu. 60% of us have special diets, all different. So Everybody Eat means food that's made from whole food ingredients, healthy fats, olive oil, no sugar, and no allergens or corn. Unlike a lot of free-from brands that don't have the same taste and texture profile as regular food, or still contain some allergens or are made in facilities that pose risks of cross-contact. Our customers love our food. Online, we consistently see over 55% repeat customers. At Amazon, 45% repeat customers month over month. At Whole Foods Market, we're currently the 7th largest gluten-free cracker brand. And in some regions, we're number 4. In the natural channel, we're the number 5 cracker at Sprouts right now. And what is really cool to us is that we're responsible for 20% of the growth in the natural category, even though we're only 2% of the sales. We're just getting started. Our grain-free crisp bread crackers and our cookies are coming out in the beginning of next year, and I'm the least interesting person on our team. So my co-founder, Matt Rink, will do the lightning round, and my co-founder, Nicole, and Matt helped build such brands as Adwala, Pop Chips, Perfect Bar. Nicole Wilson, my other co-founder, grew up at PepsiCo and Frito-Lay. I'm Trish Thomas. I also teach entrepreneurship at Northwestern University, and I wasn't expecting to do this again, but there was nothing to eat. Thank you.
Hey Trish, I commend you because I think that this is one of the things that we're tracking in NIQ in terms of like the food allergies and it being so high for so many consumers. We actually see it in the U.S. even higher than that 30%. The question I have for you is, and also I commend you for the 14 allergens. How do you stand out in a really crowded category where you do have quite a few competitors that are also, hitting on these non-allergens?
Taste. So our taste target wasn't for people with special diets. If you're trying to solve the problem of eating with other people, you have to make food that tastes so good that people without special diets would eat it. So 70% of our customers don't have a special diet. Thank you.
As a peanut allergy sufferer, I commend you and I appreciate the product. You mentioned that you have cookies on the horizon. Can you just talk a little bit more about the new products that you're launching?
Sure. We would have had everything out earlier, but the demand for our thins was so high that we had to put everything on hold until we moved. So we have grain-free crisp bread crackers coming on the market. And the grain-free crisp bread crackers really have a special place, especially for people that can't have grains, autoimmune protocol diet, paleo. And our cookies are also not made with refined cane sugar. We're using maple syrup. So we're really, really strict about our ingredient profile. Whole food ingredients, healthy fat. In the cookies, we will use responsibly sourced palm oil, though.
Is your channel strategy specifically natural at this time?
We've been focusing on the natural channel. Whole Foods gave us our start in the local program in Illinois, and then we went to the Midwest, and then we went national with them, and then Sprouts. But our channel strategy is broader than that. This year, we're focusing on distribution in places where our brand can be discovered, sports stadiums, colleges, hospitals. The Americans with Disabilities Act states that any institution that receives federal funding under the law has to accommodate medically mandated diets. So we're looking at places where it's the biggest pain point for consumers to eat, airports. But it's a big problem, so we have a long way to go.
Thank you. Do you see your brand stretching beyond snacks?
It's a loaded question, but yes. Our riskiest proposition is when you're an entrepreneur, you got to figure out what your riskiest assumption test was. How much food could we make that tastes good? So we actually have an entire portfolio of food. We've developed pasta, dips, salad dressings, marinades, things that could put flavor back in the meal, but there was no allergen-free cracker line in the US. So we had to build our own manufacturing capability, which is what is forced us to grow slow. We started in 1,000 square feet in the middle of the pandemic, then 8,500, and now we're moving to 20,000 square feet of manufacturing space in December.
Thanks, Trish. I love the packaging. Tell me about how you came up with it.
People with special diets spend a year of their life reading food labels, so we put the ingredients on the front. Thank you.
Yeah, get it in there, Trish. All those words real fast. Great job. Great job. Our second presenter today is Danny Walsh, CEO of Peak State Coffee, a coffee company for your brain and body that's good for the planet. Thanks, Danny. That's awesome. Peak State was this year's regional winner from Naturally Boulder. Let's give it up for Danny.
I'm Danny with Peak State, and I'm so happy to be here, Expo. Before I begin, I want to do something for a moment. Phones down, close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. Okay, big release. Whoever did that, thank you. Imagine if you could get that feeling of a simple breath exercise, that feeling of health, from your morning coffee. If your ritual could help you feel good or even thrive. Peak State is coffee with benefits. High quality coffee with powerful health benefits from nature for your brain, immunity, and stress. All from adaptogenic mushrooms. It's easy to forget a vitamin, but if you're a coffee drinker, you never forget your morning cup. We've introduced the first whole bean adaptogen coffee so that you don't have to compromise on taste for health. And we do this with our patent pending infusion process. You could say we've spilled the beans, and we've been making a splash doing it. The difference is we're great coffee, not a chalky powder. And we're a great company. Our coffee is beyond fair trade. We directly empower women-owned farms. It's shade grown, which is less acidic on your stomach and more environmentally sustainable. And we're beyond organic. We're regenerative, certified. Our mushrooms are transparently and cleanly sourced from the US for 500 milligrams per cup. And you get all of this for $1 a serving. People are demanding healthier options that help them feel good, that are gut healthy, that have adaptogens, that support brain function. And we're the first to solve the taste compromise within our category. Our journey to market has been a blast. We found our first 15,000 customers in person via human connection. We pulled stunts like schlepping 10 liters of coffee to the top of a mountain and giving it away, sponsoring cold plunge challenges with breath work, going to health shows, farmers markets, and athletic events. And this direct-to-consumer focus, or direct-to-human focus, as I like to say, has helped us keep our cash flows positive during these turbulent times. We've doubled our sales every year and tripled our subscriptions this year over last. But $750,000 in sales later, we're omni-channel on Amazon and currently onboarding with our regional Whole Foods, as well as looking for partners in the specialty space. Our Peak State guides are here to bring you through your perfect morning routine. Thank you.
I'll go. Thanks, Danny. I will say the coffee was also delicious, so thanks for sharing it with us. The question I have for you is how your brand is differentiated from some of the products that are currently on the market in a similar space.
Absolutely. Again, we're the first whole bean adaptogen coffee, so we've solved the taste compromise within the functional mushroom or functional coffee space. The status quo is stale, chalky powders, things that you might put in your coffee that clump up, or brands that have compromised on the taste, like you said, you enjoyed the taste. When searching on the shelves, I couldn't find a product that met the level of specialty coffee that I personally have a taste for. So taste, efficacy, we're transparent about our mushrooms, which is it's kind of the wild, wild west as this space is emerging. There's a lot of brands that skimp out on their sourcing practices or don't even tell you where it's coming from, what portion of the mushroom, how it was grown, or how many milligrams you're getting per serving. Finally, sustainability. We're on the cutting edge with both we're introducing some sustainable packaging options as well as our regenerative organic certified new product line we just launched. So those are the three big differentiators.
Thank you.
And then how exactly are you letting customers know about all these health benefits, the benefits of the mushrooms, why they should drink the coffee?
Sure. So because we built immediately with our customers in front of our faces and constantly asked them about how to refine our products and messaging, we developed a tagline that resonates with them. It comes down to hierarchy. I want you to know all the great things I'm doing. I wouldn't dare tell my customer right away. Coffee with benefits for your health from mushrooms. So we make that huge on our packaging. It piques curiosity. People want to learn more. Then they realize all the awesome things we're doing. So we've refined that through our interactions with our customers.
Hi. Can you tell me a little bit more about your regenerative practices?
Sure. So we actually just 2 weeks ago received our certification from the Regenerative Organic Alliance for our new Nicaragua origin coffee. So we've partnered with a farm. It's a woman-owned farm. All our coffee there is shade-grown and organic, and we meet the standards of ROA, and we're really excited to be on the forefront of this new food revolution that will keep the soil health in place that we need to keep farming.
Would you ever help other coffee brands? Would you ever infuse other coffee brands, use your technology to do that?
We are open to that. Again, we're patent pending. What's really cool is the opportunity to license our technology to support other brands hoping to do this. We've actually had several inquiries in this space, so your investment in us would allow us to do that. Thank you.
Great job. Our next candidate is Azul Cousins, CEO of Yaoaxaca, up with a cheering section. Yaoaxaca was this year's Naturally Bay Area winner.
Thank you.
All right, Azul.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us here. I'm here with my brother. We are Yaoaxaca. You might be asking, what or where is Oaxaca? Oaxaca is a southernmost state in Mexico where my brother grew up. It's also the culinary epicenter of such products like mezcal or mole. Mole is a mother sauce of Mexico. It's a renowned sauce that's steeped in history and tradition. It's got multiple ingredients. The goal of a well-made mole is not to have any ingredient emerge as the hero of the story. You got to think really well-balanced. And it's executed and then served in some of the most special of occasions. So why am I talking to you about mole with my brother? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my family. My brother lives in Oaxaca, was born in Oaxaca, went to Oaxacan schools. He's from Oaxaca, and he also happens to run a tomato operation of 15 acres of greenhouses, shipping 20 tons of Roma tomatoes to Mexico City and Veracruz every week. So he knows agriculture, and he knows sourcing and supply. Our other brother is head chef de cuisine for Thomas Keller's La Calenda in Napa. Thomas Keller has the French Laundry, Bouchon Bakery, Per Se. He opened a Mexican restaurant, and when he opened a Mexican restaurant, he called Susanna Trillian, my brother's mother. She's had a cooking school in Oaxaca, Mexico for the last 35 plus years, teaching chefs how to cook traditional, authentic Mexican cooking. So when Thomas opened a restaurant, he called her, and he hired my brother. So we know what it takes to elevate Mexican cuisine in restaurants. We have culinary roots. So when we walk down the aisles in the grocery store and we look at what's happening, we see total emergence of global flavors happening specifically in the Asian set. It's been on fire. Restaurant at home is a real thing. People are looking for heat and eat. They're looking for authentic, traditional servings in real, approachable formats. But you look over in the Hispanic set and it's just not there. Like, let me quantify this for you. In the last 52 weeks, you've had 3,500 SKUs scanned for shelf-stable cooking sauces in the Asian set, where you've had 252 in the Hispanic. So is there an opportunity? Yes, there's an opportunity. Is the customer there? Yes, the customer's there. 45% of Gen Z said they'd prefer Mexican cuisine over any others if they had to choose one. 19% of the US population is Hispanic, second and third generation. That's why in the natural channel, 47% growth year over year compared to single-digit growth in the Asian set. So when we look at our product, we say, hey, let's source our house-made chocolate. Let's get the right chilies. Let's make sure we're working with local farmers, that Jesse's sourcing Criollo corn. Let's build this into a traditional and authentic product in a modern format, which is why we've got our heat and serve mole sauces that customers love, retail loves, and 5 last bullet points because I'm at time. We're well on our way to $1 million, 1,000 stores. We're the #1 mole in the natural channel. I'm proud to represent both the Bay Area and Oaxaca on this stage. Thank you, guys. Bring it on.
Thank you. I will also say the sauces are delicious, and congrats on launching at Whole Foods.
Thank you.
The question I have for you is, a mole is such a complex sauce. How do you help customers understand that it can taste good coming out of a jar?
Yeah, great question. I think to inspire, educate, and inform is goal #1. Honestly, one taste is all it takes. So first you start with demo programs, and then we've got recipes you can find on our website. We're obviously chef-owned. There's no shortage of ideas. The other is a marketing, we've got a little marketing plan we're putting together where we're doing mama versus hijo, so mother and son, and they're using our mole sauces. And we like to say use it authentic, use it traditional, and use it and make it your own. Make it up, yeah.
Can you talk about the product development pipeline?
Yeah, as far as what's on the horizon, absolutely. So we just launched 3 shelf-stable sauces, all rooted in Oaxacan chilies to the Bay Area as a test market. We have just submitted 4 different SKUs to one massive natural retailer for consideration in next year's set. That we're very excited about. Again, being chef-owned, there's no shortage of ideas. It really comes down to the discipline around making sure that we launch each product with consideration and care, and we find the customer and we educate them on how to use it. And so we're taking our time, but absolutely, there's a product pipeline. At the end of the day, Ya Oaxaca is about a platform for sharing the flavors of Oaxaca, and we're leading with mole.
You've got some really great stats in terms of your growth there. I'm curious, knowing that set that you just showed us that you're moving into, what's your price point, and do you have concerns in terms of kind of what your competitive set would be in that Hispanic section?
No, not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a $6.99 SRP all day, every day, and that is an approachable price point. We priced it that way specifically. We're healthy on margin, and look, the culinary world is leading 20 years ahead of us. There is a renaissance of Oaxacan going on. So there's premiumization and a total shift in the perception of Mexican food. And we're going to do that in the grocery chain aisle.
So I guess that goes into my next question. So knowing that you're starting in the retail channel and natural, what is your plan to get into other channels, other retailers?
Yep, there's no shortage of opportunities, if I'm perfectly honest. We've been invited into 2 massive distributors' incubator programs, and we are on the top of innovation pipelines. It's more about having discipline. We turned down one of those massive red dot accounts because we prioritize working with the channels where we know the early adopter of food consumption is going to live, where we can inspire and educate. And so you never say never to the future, but right now a little discipline, make sure we have a healthy business for the long run.
Do you see your products existing within the Hispanic set or outside of that set?
It's retailer by retailer, honestly. International set, I'd like to just see it become part of the sauce set, but yeah, right now it's part of the international set under Hispanic. Thank you.
I like to think he could feel me coming and just was going to finish the sentence anyway. I like it. Up next, we have Kristen Fracassi, founder of Root and Splendor, a 100% natural and plant-based laundry essentials brand. Kristen is this year's Naturally San Diego winner and also one of the 5 finalists of NIQ's Founder Pitch Slam.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Kristen.
you. Hello, my name is Kristen Fracassi, founder and owner of Root and Splendor. My 4 active boys create mountains of the dirtiest laundry in San Diego. As their mom, I set out to find a safe yet effective way to clean their clothes. I knew that conventional brands couldn't meet my safe requirements and was disappointed to discover that natural brands failed both requirements. Natural does not mean safe, and they could not clean our clothes. We needed better, and that's where Root and Splendor was born. Our leading products, created alongside chemists, are nature's safest and most effective plant-based laundry essentials, all in sustainable packaging. Here's how we do it. Standards set by the Environmental Working Group define each of our ingredients as safe for both people and planet. We avoid all harmful natural ingredients often found in other brands, such as SLS and fragrance. We choose only pure essential oils for our scent profile. For example, this is our Swell blend made with lemongrass, bergamot, and cedarwood. In independent lab tests, our powerfully effective laundry essentials achieve the highest performance results for the removal of stains. We use bioactive ingredients, including 5 enzymes. While other brands leave enzymes out, these are nature's miracle and leave no stain or odor untouched. Our products also soften, brighten, and whiten, eliminating your need for bleach or fabric softener. Requiring 1 tablespoon per load at 30 cents a load, Root & Splendor is as effective as leading brands without any of the harmful ingredients. Keeping our planet safe, our sustainability efforts address the conscious consumer. Our retail packaging is food safe, recyclable, and compostable, and provides an 800% reduction in carbon footprint compared to the rigid plastic jug. Our products are also available in 50-gallon circular refill drums, totally eliminating your need for single-use containers. Biodegradable, they are septic, gray water, and waterway safe. And preserving Earth's most precious resource, we removed all water from our formula in our laundry soap, while other brands contain up to 90%. Laundry is a $15.6 billion industry, and the natural segment is $258 million. We are on a mission to redefine laundry standards, growing the intersection of natural and effective. We launched our products 3 years ago and have spent less than $1,000 on marketing. Through word of mouth alone, we have sold 4.1 million loads of laundry and are doubling our revenue year over year. Customers love our products and the results, with 100% 5-star reviews and 0 unsatisfactory returns. Through our current channels, we have 5,500 direct-to-consumer customers and 225 retail doors. With this momentum and this dedicated team, as well as embarking on our very first marketing campaign, we are launching Amazon, we'll expand our natural channels, grow into conventional, and introduce our full kitchen line with the same high standards. It is time to reduce toxins in our home and take care of our planet while achieving premium results. Let's make Root & Splendor a household name. Thank you.
Hey, Kristen, your scents are phenomenal. The packaging is great, but I just truly commend you on tackling the water issue. I think that is one of the biggest things that we are going to continue to see as a challenge. This is a tough category, though, right? In terms of you've got major players. Can you tell us a little bit about how you showed us your channel strategy, but how do you continue to kind of grow in this very dominated space?
Yeah, thank you. So what we're finding is that consumers are wanting sustainability. They want more sustainable options. So it's a perfect time to launch more into the natural channel as we expose and introduce our products to more people. Consumer education is huge for us, especially branching into laundry. So on the back of each of our labels, the retail packaging is a QR code to educate more as to the why and our brand story and why we're doing what we're doing. But being boots on the ground also, doing store demos is our passion. So really getting out there in front of the consumer and educating.
Hi. Do you anticipate that D2C it will remain your best channel, or do you feel that retail represents your best opportunity?
We feel really strong on both channels right now. D2C, without any marketing, we feel really strong. As soon as we launch marketing, we expect a pretty phenomenal increase in that. But same with the natural channel and the bulk channel as well. So we oftentimes ship anywhere from 5 gallons to 50-gallon containers to the couple hundred stores around the country. So we can tackle 3 different channels.
I agree. I love the packaging.
Thank you.
The scents. How do you come up with the various scents? Like, what is your process for coming up with those different, mix of ingredients and enzymes?
Yeah. So I was the one who formulated the scent profiles. I worked in my kitchen and in my garage. I manipulated the scents. I practiced with scents. I was like a mad scientist out there experimenting. And the first blend I came up with that I love was the 2250 blend. Each blend is inspired by something. That one is inspired by my family and our home for a simplified and joyful living. So it took a lot of research, a lot of dedication until we figured out the right scents. The scent profile is actually our #1 compliment next to how well it works.
Can you talk a little bit more about the team around you?
Yeah, great. So we have a phenomenal team around us who's totally committed. For instance, each package that leaves our door gets a handwritten note. They're so committed to our products and the relationship we're building. But we have marketing on our team, accounting, bookkeeping, of course, but we have some mentors that are around us that are really helping guide us and make a strategic growth as we move forward.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
I've been using the product and I totally agree with the efficacy. How do you get people to understand that before they buy it?
Yeah, that's a tough one, especially requiring only 1 tablespoon per load, whereas a conventional brand or even other natural brands require double that. So the product education is huge. And people, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job. We have such an interesting mix of products and founders today. It's fantastic. Our 5th candidate is Naturally New York winner, Neil Desjarac. Nope, Deskrasik. Closer, dang it. The founder of Jazzberry, a purpose-driven superfood rice brand, lifting rice farmers out of poverty. There you go, Neil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sawadee krap. My name is Neil. Imagine if we had a crop that could transform the health of consumers worldwide, and at the same time, take millions of farmers out of poverty. Imagine you had a staple food that was not only delicious, but nutritious. Well, we believe that big change starts with a tiny grain of rice. Jazzberry rice is a new variety of rice with over 40 times higher antioxidant than brown rice, 7 times more than kale, and 4 times more than quinoa. It is simply the world's first superfood rice. Apart from the amazing antioxidant benefit, it is also high in fiber, lower in glycemic index, and filled with vitamin and minerals. And the best part, unlike brown rice, it's delicious and soft despite being 100% whole grain. But Jazzberry is not just about rice, it's about transformation. It's about transforming consumer health through delicious and healthy organic products for everyday life. It's about transforming farmer lives out of poverty, and it's about transforming the planet through regenerative agriculture. And we do all of this 1 grain at a time. We launched Jazzberry rice in May earlier this year in Whole Foods nationally. Since then, we've been listed in over 850 doors, both online and offline. We recently won the Best New Product at Sophie Summer Fancy Food Show, as well as the Pitch Slam. Our mission, though, is to make superfood affordable and accessible for everyday life. Starting with the Jazzberry Organic Superfood Rice, we now have the 2 ready-to-eat SKU to make it more convenient for our consumers with original and coconut, and we are launching green curry and 9 grains in Whole Foods nationwide in January. In November this year, we are launching a food service pack as we aim to become the next quinoa. And we also partner with a Canadian company to launch the first plant-based sushi range into the United States. Our team is global, with people on the ground in Thailand working closely with farmers, as well as team here in the United States, which co-founded successful organic food brands such as Steve's and Good Cash, supported by Sauce Atlantic, our master distributor. But really, why do we do all this? It's impact. We're working with over 2,500 farmers' family, helping them increase their income from just 40 cents a day to almost $6 a day, an increase of 14 times. We've helped over 12,000 farmers out of poverty, and we've certified B Corp. We grow rice using less water, less seed, and we reduce a huge amount of carbon dioxide emission. I want to introduce you to Mama. She's a Jazzberry rice farmer. Just 3 years ago, she had $10,000 of debt. She used chemical in her farm. Within 3 years, she's paid off all her debt. Her land is now certified organic, but most importantly, her 3 children that were working at a factory near Bangkok on a minimum wage are now back on the farm working with her, because for the first time in their life, they have hope for a brighter future. So please join me in changing the world 1 grain at a time. ขอบคุณครับ
Can you talk a little bit more about the economics to the farmer? How do you pay them? How is it negotiated? And what's the price? What does that translate to a price on the shelf?
Okay, so when it comes to farmers' livelihood, there are obviously 3 key components: the cost, the yield, and the price. So we work on reducing the cost of production. So we teach the farmers to make organic fertilizer. We work with some of the leading researchers around the world on making the right type of organic fertilizer for rice to get maximum yield. So we reduce the cost, increase the yield by almost triple, right? And then on top of that, we offer a much higher purchase price because it is the world's first superfood rice. So we do have a market where it's more premium, but it's still affordable because it's in the rice category. So basically, we work with them on 3 dimensions. We also do partner with Kiva for microfinancing for the farmers. So it's really a multi-dimensional approach to working with them to improve their livelihood.
Hi, Neil. Could you ever imagine a time when your supply chain would have too much demand?
Could I ever imagine that? Now I can. But for many years, no. So we have been working for many years on the ground to get ready. I think that's, we partner with the largest organic rice producer in Asia to have access to their facility because the local farmers, their facility are quite frankly too small and also doesn't pass the food safety standard. So it's taken me like 4 or 5 years to figure that out, and that's why we're here.
Hey Neil, I was wondering, how are you telling customers about your product? Like, what are you doing to market it? Tell them about the benefits.
Yeah, I think the most powerful is actually to try it. Because once you eat it, you're like, oh, it's rice, but it's superfood. So it's like an oxymoron. I'm in the most boring category, and we're bringing the first innovation in like 100 years. And it's just rice, it's organic, it's non-GMO. So I think for consumers, yes, it does take a little bit, but once they eat it, they get it straight away. And our sales so far in the last 3 months has almost tripled. So, the velocity and everything is showing that the consumers are receiving it well, and they're telling their friends on social media. We get a lot of tag on social media all the time.
Hey Neil, I really commend you for working back with the farmer and improving the economics. I'm curious, tell us about the name.
What's the name? Jazzberry. Jazz is from the jasmine. So it's the delicious, rice, and berry is the antioxidant benefit of it. So with jazzberry, it's delicious and high of antioxidant and nutrition.
Hi Neil, I'm curious how you first discovered the potential that existed in this rice.
Sorry, so I'm not allowed to answer this question, or am I allowed to answer this question?
I'm not a judge, but
I'll
I'm
answer
coming.
later, Lisa.
Thanks, Neil. I'm sad because I want to know. I'm sure we'll find out. Up next is Naturally Austin winner Lila Sullivan, founder of Flourish, a brand helping consumers make the green space of their dreams. Welcome, Lila.
Thank you. Hi, y'all. I'm Lila Sullivan. I'm here with my co-founder, Kate Ferguson, and we are the co-founders of Flourish, a plant care brand made for the next generation of house plant parent. Did you know people are pretty obsessed with their plants? 70% of millennials have a house plant, but the average plant parent kills 7 before they can keep even 1 alive. Plants make a house a home, but the only plant care products we could find on the market were made by Miracle-Gro. We needed something better for our plants, so we set out to revolutionize the plant care space. Enter Flourish Plant Food. We launched a first of its kind certified organic houseplant fertilizer made of upcycled food waste 18 months ago. It has just 3 ingredients: fish discards, corn steep liquor, and peppermint oil. Meticulously designed for the indoor consumer, we created a product that's highly sustainable, easy to use, and offers the shelf appeal that conventional fertilizers just don't. And the results are incredible. Our customers report seeing leaf growth in as little as 2 weeks, while the microbes and micronutrients in the product build the plant from the soil up. This past year, our business has grown 300%. We won an Innovative Product Award from Foremost Plant Trade Show, and we've been featured across top publications like CNN, Martha Stewart Living, and Forbes. We have our product in the hands of over 10,000 customers and are live in 150 retailers across the country, predominantly garden centers and independent plant stores who evangelize our product and build our brand. We are going to keep growing in this massive independent channel. But next in our retail strategy, we're looking to grow into natural grocery stores like Whole Foods Market, Sprouts, and Fresh Thyme. SPINS data says that the floral and garden category of US natural channels represents over $160 million annually in the front of the store. We are thrilled to be launching into these grocery sections and to be offering innovation and incremental opportunities, sales opportunities into the front of the grocery store. And these houseplant products are just the beginning. We'll develop additional houseplant care SKUs and then grow from indoors to out, launching a vertical for outdoor gardening in 2025, and then launching into some really massive distribution opportunities as well, including big box and conventional grocery and hardware. This is a category creation play. Do you guys remember where the pet care revolution was 10 years ago? Well, we are the innovators on the edge of plant care, a category in CPG that's sure to eclipse your every expectation. And I'm welcoming my co-founder, Kate, up onto the stage.
Hi, Lila and Kate.
Hi.
I am your target audience. I'm a crazy plant lady. Really fascinated. The first thing I did was open it up and to make sure it didn't smell like fish, and it does not. It smells really good. The packaging is beautiful. One of the challenges when you're a new category, right, when you're creating something is how can people find you, right, when you're doing something totally different? So tell us a little bit about your game plan there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we think there's a tremendous opportunity in an under-merchandised section of the store. We see ourselves just shifting a little plant over and including our point of purchase or point of sale display amidst the plant set in the front of the store. This automatically cues to the consumer, this is a houseplant care product, it's used for houseplants, and then our packaging really does call out all the quality benefits of bringing and using fertilizer on your plants.
I have a follow-up question to that. Hi, nice to see you both again. The question I have for you is, if you're in the plant department inside of a grocer, how do you ensure that your product is seen, that it doesn't get swallowed up by all the plants around it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope you all come to our booth. We just designed a new point of sale or point of purchase display. So that case pack is actually a really good opportunity. And because our branding and colors are so loud, we think that we really stick out amongst all the greenery. So because of that package design, we really think that there's an opportunity for us to pop in that set.
We also love working with our retailers really closely. So in the 150 stores that we're already in, we do a ton of education, helping them to sell the product, helping them to use the product, and they love it. So we're really excited to go into stores as well to work with their grocery departments and help them merchandise the product.
Do you, is the team at this point the two of you, or do you have more employees?
Yes, so Kate and I co-founded this business for high school friends. We competed against each other in science fairs growing up, which is where we got our love of science. Right now it's the two of us full-time.
And then we also have a team of incredible advisors across major CPG brands who have really helped to guide the business, but we're excited to be making our first hires this fall.
Great. Well, this product is definitely for someone like me because I kill everything that comes into my house that is green and alive. So
I'm sure you're above average.
I don't
in that
know.
7 number.
So can you just tell me a little bit about, you mentioned other SKUs. What is the timeline for the additional SKUs in your lineup?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're super excited to be launching an additional SKU in Q1 of next year. We'll also be debuting a few additional products at Global Produce in just a short month, where we can really showcase and work with our retail accounts on the additional SKUs that they're looking for. We've actually co-developed some SKUs with some retailers.
The fertilizer product really is our cornerstone SKU because it's such a hard product to bring to market. It's a highly regulated space, which is why you haven't seen a lot of development in the consumer fertilizer space. So we have really hacked that section, which we're really proud of. Thank you so much. Great job.
If you're counting at home and you're not sure if you're on your first hand or your second, we are up to our 7th candidate. Welcome Michelle Valdez Wilton, founder of Date Better Snacks. She's making nature's candy. Date Better Snacks is this year's winner representing Naturally LA.
Hello. Hi. Have you ever been at the checkout line and you look over at the treats and you think, ooh, that sounds good right now, but you pick one up and you look at the list of ingredients, and excuse my language, but you know you're gonna feel like crap? That's why I've created a product with 4 simple, great tasting, and sustainably sourced ingredients. I'm Michelle, founder of Date Better Snacks. Our mission is to help you snack your way to a better life because we believe good health and great flavor should always hang out together. As we stand at the crossroads of modern eating habits, it's clear that the way we snack in the US is reshaping our health, and sadly, not for the better. We have a solution. Enter the Medjool Date, not just a sweet treat, but nature's powerhouse. From bolstering brain and digestive health to fortifying the heart, dates are truly magical. They provide your daily iron, even aiding in natural labor. Imagine an ingredient with so much to offer. Yet our product isn't just about health, it's about indulgence too. We've crafted a product that is decadent and rich, and with less than 1 gram of added sugar, why wouldn't you date better? Our dates are grown using eco-conscious farming techniques and regenerative practices, ensuring that the soil is healthy for future generations. Medjool dates thrive with minimal water. But what sets us apart? Well, we are shelf stable with fun branding because life should be fun. As a chef, my foundation is in the art of crafting flavors, but it is our team's success, it is our team's passion and dedication that truly brings each snack to life. It has been a great journey. We developed the product line in October of 2021 and launched Date Better in February of 2022. In October of 22, Date Better won Naturally LA Pitch Slam, and in November we entered into our first grocery chain license. In this June, we were selected as a semifinalist for the PepsiCo Greenhouse Accelerator. Our delicious flavors sell and our numbers prove it. Our go-to-market strategy is D2C through Shopify and retail distribution through Faire and Pod Foods. Our conversion rate is 26%. The standard is 8.3. Our wholesale reorder rate is 88%. I am truly grateful to be in over 770 stores in 48 states. We are averaging 50 new stores per month. Our trailing 12-month revenue ending in 2022 was $316,000. We are honored that with no internal PR efforts at all, we were still able to get into publications such as the New York Times Magazine, invited to showcase at Coachella, and one of Domino Magazine's editor picks. Thank you so much.
I love your cheeky and very fun marketing. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Question for you in terms of Date Better and just dates in general. What are your thoughts on the date market, like, and just your product extensions? Will you always stay in dates? Kind of what's your long-term plan there?
Right, dates are huge right now. The market is growing exponentially. Our long-term plans are to create more date-based energy, bites, strips, and other date-based snacks. We're already in recipe development for those and are really excited to launch those. Our focus right now is just getting into bigger retail distribution.
What is your best retail environment, like what class of trade, and where are you typically merchandised?
We're typically merchandised in center store. There have been a few retail outlets that have put us in the refrigerated section next to like Honey Mama's and other bars like that, but we do well in both. And then we are also next to the dried fruit area as well.
And at what price point?
We, it's $5.99. Yeah.
Going back to center store, and most of the retailers you're in today, is it merchandised with candy, with dried fruit, with snacks? Where's the best location?
Mostly it's with chocolate. There is Lassen's, the retail in Los Angeles. They have their dried fruit next to the chocolate, so we're right smack in the middle. It's kind of like bridges the gap.
How big is the team today?
There's 5 of us. Yeah.
I have another question. You mentioned eco-conscious farming practices. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the date supplier that we uses regenerative farming practices, and right now we're using compostable inner bags for, and then our boxes are printed with local suppliers.
How do you come up with the different flavors that you use and different, ideas to put in the product?
I have a chef background, so I'm always in the kitchen regardless, and so I just think of, oh, this flavor, like right now we're developing potentially a spicy version to help with like the chocolate spicy and to my Latin heritage. Yeah.
What do you know so far about your consumer? Like who are you finding your consumer is?
Yeah, so we created the product with Gen X in mind, but I am finding out that it is more the 30 to 38-year-old female that has the ability to live the lifestyle that she wants, and that includes what goes into her body. So very conscious about eating healthier, cleaner, still wants to have a fun life, but thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great job. That sounds like me. I still want to eat sweets but have a fun life. Last but not least, we have Jake Achterhoff, founder of AcreMade, maker of delicious plant-based eggs. AcreMade is the first company to win the top spot from Naturally Minnesota.
Thank you very much. So we eat 1 trillion eggs each year, yet despite that 1 trillion unit category, no plant-based egg has cracked how to serve the whole opportunity. And that's why we started AcreMade. We make delicious eggs powered by peas that are nutritious, functional, and scalable enough to serve the whole market with our scramble cups, egg substitute, baking replacer, and egg patties. AcreMade brings eggs to the dry breakfast aisle for the very first time, winning on taste, function, shelf life, and nutrition. That is a big idea. But the bigger idea is changing how we feed people. AcreMade, by breaking the cycle of corn, wheat, and soy with peas. AcreMade lowers the barriers to regenerative agriculture at scale in the United States. Peas are farmer-friendly, they're biodiverse, they build soil health, and they produce some of the most versatile ingredients available, including the pea protein and upcycled pea starch in our products. But if we're gonna change the system, we need to approach it differently. The existing CPG startup playbook has got us where we are today, but today, frankly, things are a little bit rocky in plant-based. AcreMade's food service and ingredient-first model helps us reach bigger markets faster with greater impact. We are building our business fundamentals outside of retail, so that way we can have resiliency to succeed inside of retail. And we've developed a suite of products that are the first plant-based eggs versatile enough to truly serve the whole market. Solutions that serve the breadth of eggs from home cooks to cafeterias, manufacturers, and everybody in between. And because the current plant-based offerings haven't been functional or scalable enough until now to matter, we have this immense potential yet in front of us. Eggs are a $6 billion US retail category. Give us the 3% of plant-based eaters and we win big. Add food service, we win bigger, and reach manufacturers, and this has the potential to be a game changer. So why AcreMade? First, superior product winning on taste, function, shelf life, and nutrition. Second, we're on trend. 42% growth is seen in pasture-raised eggs in retail this year. People care where their products come from, but you can't get more pasture-raised than AcreMade. And third, we're an assured supplier. Our powders are domestically grown and made, meaning that we can scale up quickly in the face of, who knows, an avian flu epidemic. Our sales journey began a year ago, and we've scaled quickly with the help of local and regional partners. This month, we closed a deal becoming the vegan egg supplier for the world's largest contract management organization, giving us access to thousands of healthcare, business, college, and university campuses nationwide, and millions of potential retail customers. Starting now, we're focused on 3 main objectives: natural channel adoption, increasing our margins using that food service scale to 50% by the end of 2025, and setting a course to become the plant-based breakfast leader, a white space in the category. By giving people food they love, makers the breakthrough ingredients they need, and farmers a viable path to go regenerative, Acre Made delivers the rare win-win-win and the impact that we can all benefit from. Thanks.
Can you compare the nutritionals of your product with other egg alternatives?
Yeah, I shouldn't say we're all. The egg market, the alternative market, is kind of split in 2 categories. You've got the baking market, and you've got the scramble skillet market. From the skillet side, you get a kind of range. We're at the high end of the protein. That's important for us, that we have equivalency to eggs, and as have some of the other market leaders. Others are a little bit lower in the kind of half of an egg, so it just kind of depends on what they're going after. But that's the big link. The driver is protein. From other nutrition standpoint, everybody's kind of across the board with where it sits. Usually comparing to egg, though, with no cholesterol, lower fat, things like that.
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
Where in the retail stores that you're in today, where are they merchandising you? What set are you in?
Yeah, dry breakfast. So we're bringing eggs to the dry breakfast aisle for the first time. So we've innovated with that intentionally. We wanted to build an anchor in that category, high traffic, everybody's familiar with it, lots of eyes, and we're not otherizing our products as just plant-based. It's for anybody.
Hi, Jake. Can you tell me a little bit about your production process?
Yeah, absolutely. The beauty of it is that it's a shelf-stable powder. And so there isn't a ton of magic in the production. The magic is in the ingredients. But from the production standpoint, we are able to scale quickly because of that. We're blending, we're putting them into different formats that are convenient for people to use. The other products that we're working on and we have created in some of the other channels, we're also using some innovative practices that let us scale that up quickly as well, and value-add eggs, so like patties, scramble, things like that.
Hey, Jake, you were mentioning the otherizing, and I loved how you said that you're on a kind of a convergence of trends.
Yeah.
When you think about your consumer and you think about why they're picking it up, what are their, in your mind, like, what do you think that the hierarchy of their desire is? Is it for the plant-based? Is it the shelf-stable? Sure. Is it the regenerative? Like, where's the hierarchy?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I think we are leading with protein, and we're actually trying to be deliberate about how we talk about plant-based. Because we don't want it to turn people off. If you hear us pitching in the aisles tomorrow, you'll know that we're using a very specific approach for people. Do you want to try something new? Do you want to try something that's delicious? Oh, it just happens to be made from peas. We don't lead with plant-based because it turns people off. You can see that in the packaging that we've used and why we've chosen that. In terms of a hierarchy, I would say health and protein are going to lead the way, but also variety. Breakfast is, that breakfast aisle is a lot of cereal, a lot of oatmeal, a lot of bars. Bringing eggs in there is going to kind of shake things up a little bit, we believe.
Hi, I'm curious on customer response to the powdered product.
Sure.
What do customers think? Do they know how to use it? How are they using it?
Yeah, education is going to be huge. So we launched with our pouches, which is like a dozen eggs. Because there was some confusion there, that actually brought us back to the drawing board, and that's where our cups came from. So the cups are just add water, microwave, heat and eat. Easy for anybody.
Awesome. Another round of applause for all of our candidates. Thank you all for a great job. Wonderful, wonderful. What's really heartwarming is back here backstage, they're all cheering for each other each time, and it's a wonderful show of support. Judges, please collect your things and follow Ashley for the first judges' deliberation period. We did it, y'all. We did it. We didn't do it. They did it. They did all the work. Great job. Please welcome this year's Expo East Pitch Slam sponsor, Taylor Skanovic. Yes, from 301 Inc. Oh, we're getting her mic'd up. Taylor will be right out.
Does this work?
It
oh my
sure
gosh,
does.
This is the loudest my voice has ever been, I think.
Ooh, yeah, do it. It's awesome.
And my last name is Sankovic.
Sankovic.
Yeah.
You said
It's
it to
hard.
me
It's
before.
tough.
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Right? No worries.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see everybody, and thank you so much for having me today. My name is Taylor Sankovic, and I lead business development for 301 Inc., which is one of the Pitch Slam sponsors, as well as one as the corporate venture capital arm of General Mills. And I am so happy to be here today. This is my second year up on stage here at the Pitch Slam, and I just love it. There is so much energy, so thank you for having me. And I don't know, it's really tough though, because I'm looking over at all these founders over here, and it's really hard to get on stage after all of them. They did a phenomenal job. Yes, amazing. General Mills and 301 Inc. have a long history with the Pitch Slam here at Expo East. I think we've been sponsoring the Pitch Slam since it started. And so every year, it's a highlight of our year to be here. We love seeing all these founders get up on here on stage and tell us about what they're building. I'd like to thank our co-sponsor, Green Spoon Sales. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Yes. And of course, the Naturally Network and the New Hope Network for being great fans of ours at 301 Inc. Thank you. Back to the founders. It takes a ton of work and practice and confidence to get up here in front of this massive audience of industry peers and in front of those judges who ask really difficult questions. So they're awesome. What really gets me excited about them is that they show a conviction of their ideas that I think is really needed right now in the environment that we live in. They're saying, I have a new way into a market, I have a new idea, I have a new way of doing something that hasn't been seen in the market at scale before, and they know that they can bring something different and truly revolutionize their consumers' lives for the better. This is really, really exciting and shows a ton of conviction in their ideas. We also know that this is super challenging in today's environment to stand up not only to the incumbents, but to the things that we're dealing with on a macro scale. Inflation is a constant, seemingly never-ending problem that I can't get away from. Supply chain disruptions are everywhere, and they are causing upstream parts of the supply chain to be unpredictable and chaotic, whereas before they were really predictable and reliable. Families are having to make trade-offs in what they feed their families and their plants. They're having to think about, how do I trade off health with value? And even in our founders' situations, getting into retail, acquiring customers, increasing manufacturing presence, these things are all costing more than they ever have before. But this is why this Pitch Slam is so cool and it's so exciting, because we have 8 founders who came up here and showed us that they just don't care. They're going to face those challenges head on. They're going to do whatever it takes to get their idea out into the market at scale, and we're here to support them. So that's amazing. 301 Inc. and General Mills have a long history of innovation that we do today. So through 301 Inc., we actually do venture investments into Series A and Series B companies and partner and support founders through those investments to help them achieve their growth missions. Our goal overall is to help the food system work for tomorrow's families starting today. And this is not a new thing for General Mills. We've been around for 150 years. Our founder, Cadwallader Washburn, best name ever, started our company in the 1800s in Minneapolis with our first flour mill, and eventually through the introduction of gold medal flour. And through that process, he actually introduced new flour manufacturing techniques that made the entire process safer and also yielded a flour that actually created more bread when used by the consumers. So we've been innovating for 150 years. At one point, we even owned parts of Red Lobster and created the black box that you find in airplanes. I mean, just some crazy innovations over our history. But we also know we can't do this alone, and so we love to support those that are bringing new technologies to market outside of our 4 walls of General Mills, like these founders here today. And I want to focus in on something that I saw on this stage really quickly, which is the spirit of the whole thing and the confidence. So as a venture investor, we look at a ton of criteria, a lot of it really tangible and quantitative. So things like total addressable market, margin structures, business models, growth year over year, things like that. In this case, however, I think in addition to those, on this stage today, we saw something that was intangible and arguably just as important. And that's that drive and that confidence in an idea, and really amazing teams that are working together to get something done for a common goal. I think this is really exciting as a venture investor to see that amidst all of the challenges that we have going on in our macro environment. Because I know that the founders standing up here today and the 600 that I and my team meet with every year are the folks who are going to take those challenges head on and keep pushing forward and keep bringing new ideas to market that are going to change consumers' lives forever. So while we wait for the judges in their tough deliberation, because I know it's going to be a difficult one, let's give these 8 founders another round of applause for their awesome work. Yes. And let's get excited for the floor tomorrow. Cannot wait to see more of that passion and drive out in the booths on the Expo East floor. Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Taylor. While the judges are deliberating, let's vote for the audience choice. All you have to do is text the corresponding letter that matches your favorite pitch and the company from today's show. We'll receive your vote in real time, and you'll have a few minutes to submit your vote. Oh, I like it. All those phones out. Good job, y'all. You follow directions so well. While everyone is practicing voting on their phones, we're going to have our finalist sponsor come to the stage for a few words. We just did that. Awesome. I'm just reading, but I was working in my head too. What's the next thing say? Everybody's practicing. We'll now hear from last year's winners. I'd like to bring to the stage Juan Stewart, the CEO of Frescos Naturales, last year's Pitch Slam runner-up, and last year's national winner, Checo Diaz, the CEO of Gear Hugger, for an intermission conversation. Hello.
Check.
Oh, as well as Katrina.
People, how you doing?
I'm gonna bring Katrina back.
Yeah, just wanted to, we're thinking about you out there. We know it's long, so just wanted to give you a little bit of energy before coming on stage.
You always love bring the energy. As exciting as your logo.
And we were just saying we were wearing the same shirts. And like we're dressed exactly the same as last year.
Exactly. I also had red shoes, but different shoes. They were
It's your good luck outfit.
Yeah.
We have watched it.
Or it's worked.
With roots and splendor.
Oh, good.
If you could, take a moment to remind us about your brand and what it is that you do.
Well, I'm Checo from Gear Hugger, a plant-based multi-purpose lubricant. Well, now we're starting to expand. Like last year, we were just a multi-purpose lubricant. Now we've expanded and we're starting to come up with new inventions that are plant-based and have great performance for the garage.
Awesome.
Yeah, Frescos Naturales, you can see my jersey, my shirt. We make sparkling aguas frescas, Latin American fruit drinks in flowers.
Awesome. Checo, tell us a little bit about how your business has grown in the last year. You've had some exciting developments.
Very exciting, because last year, before Pitch Slam, we were not really big in the retail world. So after winning Pitch Slam, we're starting to get scoring more room in the shelves. We're also starting, I feel like Natural opened the doors, and now we're starting to head into the hardware show and hardware retailers. We're now nationwide in Lowe's, REI, O'Reilly, True Value. So we're starting to be next to in the shelf with WD-40. So now giving more people the option to have a plant-based version of what they're currently using.
Wow, that's amazing. So you've moved from bikes to automotives to hardware, correct?
Yes, we're in all of those. Because, we're also launching, we just launched our new product, a heavy-duty degreaser, that it's a Nexty finalist this year, so hopefully tomorrow we get good. But it's so we're starting to expand our line of products to give people more options to have more plant-based solutions for their garage. It's the amazing thing about our degreaser that it's made with upcycled agave. You know what agave is usually made for?
Tequila?
Exactly.
Wow, I knew an answer, y'all.
So we're taking the agave from the tequila production that have natural solvents, and we're using them in our degreaser. And it has the same performance as a CRC degreaser. So it's powerful enough to degrease an engine, but safe enough to use around your kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not quite like that. Yeah, so for us it was last year, right? October last year that we were lucky to be in the Pitch Slam and get Audience Choice Award. Thank you very much. Being at the show was amazing. A huge opportunity to present among so many people. There was a lot of enthusiasm. 0 sales. So that was rough, but it's something where it also taught me a lot about, expanding and really scaling your brand can be super challenging. A lot of money, super expensive. It's actually going to eat all your cash. Well, not all of it maybe, but it's very expensive. And I wasn't quite in that place ready to be at East. So all this year, I've been just focusing at growing more in Colorado, in the area that I'm at. We finally launched with Kroger in all the King Supers in Colorado, and Ralph's in Los Angeles. And just recently, we launched all the Circle K's in Colorado. Thank you. Soon we'll be able to do a road trip from Colorado to Texas, visiting all the Circle K's and just getting frescos. But for now, I just told them let's just stick to Colorado because again, it's expensive and you got to be careful with growth and do it responsibly. So, yeah, that's me.
Very much so. What advice would you give to the brands that are here today?
I would say to take up the great opportunities that are provided. Like really, I want to also take this opportunity to thank because all the community, New Hope, the Naturally Network have really helped us and given us a great opportunities of placements, of meeting people. Like last year, one of the judges asked me why aren't you in REI? Your brand belongs in REI. And I had done everything. I had submitted to their forum, gone to the store, taken samples, and nothing had worked. And after Pitch Slam, somebody from the audience connected me to the buyer of REI. So really there's a lot of people here that are very interested in this community and really helpful. So I would just say take advantage of all these opportunities and yeah.
Great advice. What advice do you have?
I went back last year with 2 stacks this tall of cards, and my follow-up was really poor. Really poor. I got home, had so much to do, and then a week went by, and then it was 2 weeks, and then those cards just fell through. So I would say, follow up with people. When you get back, as many as you can, as much as you can keep up, because there's tons of opportunity. Even just to stay in touch with folks. Today, I've been seeing people at Harvest Festival who are like, "Oh, I saw you last year. I still want you at my store." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm going to follow up this time." So the follow-ups are huge.
And keep connected with the finalists. I feel like we created a really nice group from last year, finalists that are really in contact and seeing all the accomplishments all the other finalists are doing and just motivating you to do even better things. Also one of the finalists just announced she's launching nationwide in Sprouts. She's also in Target. All these really big things are happening. Also the Go Nanas right now is in Target. So yeah, we kept a lot of involved with all the finalists. So
yeah. That network is so powerful.
It is.
That's why you should be in the Naturally Network in your city. Having that community is incredibly strong. I suggest everyone do it. The other thing I would say is, when you think about following up, follow up. If it's 2 months later, follow up. Your impact is so big and your brands and what you're doing is so special that people will remember you. So don't feel sheepish about doing it later. That's my ad on there. What's something that's been difficult or a challenge that you've had?
keeping up, as you say, like our brand is getting a lot of recognition, so trying to keep up with that recognition and taking advantage and at the same time, like managing operation-wise, like our product is like, right now we have a shipment that's supposed to leave and we don't have the pallet, so it's like, we're still a small brand having a lot of recognition, but it's been a challenge, but I think we've managed to succeed with that.
Stress management is one of the hardest parts of being a founder, for sure.
And being organized.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, part of coming here and getting all these opportunities and meeting distributors, buyers, you will get the opportunity for growth. But growth is expensive, and that's been one of the tough parts for me, because we're really bootstrapped company from the beginning. We still haven't gotten funding. So we have some friends and family, but it's just been hard to manage that. You know, your cash flow, right? So jumping from 800-gallon productions with 4 SKUs to 2,000-gallon productions, so you can fulfill the growth that you're doing at Kroger, and it's just tough. Definitely rely on people in your network, people from the business community that you meet here. Naturally, Boulder has been great. To people at TIC Brands and a lot of the webinars that I look at, it's just been really. That's maybe the best thing that I get from these expos is just seeing everybody in the industry. You know, whether the sales happen or not at the end, it's really useful. I always learn a lot. So.
Well, Juan, I have a question for you. So, you know, you've got a captured audience here. What is one ask? What introductions are you looking for? Let's get some help here.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I would like to get more distribution, to be honest. Yes, Unify and Keiki, let's set up some meetings. I actually purposefully this time, last year, because we participated in Pitch Slam, and the Naturally Network is really kind to give you a $10,000 booth. It's also a huge responsibility. Then you got to come with a team, right? A bunch of product, and you're stuck in that booth just all day. Rough. So this time I decided, no, I'm just going to do the Harvest Festival, still amazing, and then use the opportunity to try to meet buyers and distributors. And I wanted to link up with people before, so I would have something planned, but my schedule is all open, okay? For anybody, everybody out there, all right? Just holler at a brother. I'm here.
You want to tell me your email?
Yes, Juan, Juan, at frescosnaturales.com.
Awesome.
What about you, Checo? What's your email? How can people help you?
Well, we're looking to expand more into the grocery channel. We're trying to expand more into the grocery channel now. When you go into like the mainstream, you always see a WD-40, and there's like a garage and auto zone, like location there to take care of all those things. So we're looking to start making our way into there with a plant-based solution that is has the same performance as what's currently there, but just plant-based and better for you and better for the planet.
Awesome. Yeah. Katrina, do you have advice that you would give?
Definitely follow up, but I think that one thing that this event I love so much, because this is such an amazing representation of the brands in the Naturally Network community. I don't know if you noticed, but every single brand up here was a purpose-driven brand. And I think that that is where the industry is moving towards, right? And I think last year was so special because all these brands were sustainable brands. All these brands wanted to make a difference in the world. And this year was the exact same way. And not only that, I think that we had a wide variety of different types of products on the stage, which is really exciting for the people in the audience. And so I think that one of the things that my advice actually is for the audience, right? When you're coming across a founder, it takes a lot of guts to be here. We all know that, right? Let's remember to be generous. Let's remember to, just offer the resources that we do have, because every single person in this room can make a difference in one of these brands' lives and in their journey. So thank you for being here, and so proud of these two.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us again this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Katrina and Juan and Checo.
Ciao, ciao.
We're the colorful side. You guys were the neutral side.
Seeing you.
Awesome. You know what that means? That means our judges have chosen our 4 finalists. and we'll move on to the lightning round Q&A portion of the Pitch Slam right now. All of our finalists will stay on stage, and we'll have 4 minutes of Q&A to identify this year's winner. And the first up is... oh, I can't see it from here. That's the problem. It's really tiny. Shiza. We have Flourish. We have Lila Sullivan and Kate Ferguson. We have Ya Oaxaca, Azul Cousins, Kristen Fresas from Root and Splendor, and from Jazzberry, Neil. Yes. Awesome. Congratulations to all of our finalists.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Nice work. Nice work. Nice work, these guys.
All right, I'm up first. Welcome back. Congratulations on getting to this round. We'd like to hear your brand origin story. So what sparked your inspiration to take your idea or the opportunity and translate it into a brand?
It's okay. You can just tell me you want
to fight. Cool.
It's for all of you.
Yeah. So Flourish was born out of the sense that when we were walking in to take care of our plants and looking for great products out there, we just weren't able to find them. I was actually a student at the University of Texas walking the halls of the flagship Whole Foods and thinking about and purchasing my plants at Whole Foods, but not actually able to purchase the plant care products for those houseplants that I love so dearly in that place. So we really felt like there was an opportunity to bring really high quality products to to me as a consumer, to my peers. There was also a sentiment that the conventional fertilizers on the market had kind of neglected that education piece that was helping to really educate people on why you needed to feed your plants. You know, they're living things. So we set out to really create a brand around that and to educate our customers about the benefits of high quality organic fertilizers and why things like the soil microbes are so important in addition to that NPK, which is key to every fertilizer and key to your plants thriving.
All right, Neil.
Do you want to go, Neil? Okay. All right, so I was thinking about the question. Yeah, just 3.5 billion people every day eat rice. You know, it leads to a lot of malnutrition, health issues. The rice farmers are among the poorest on the planet, and rice also generates a lot of methane gas, which is horrible for global warming. So on the 3 dimension, I thought, you know, we have this amazing superfood rice, which is great for the consumers, you know, for their health. But our challenge is, how do we make it great for the farmer and the planet? So we built the brand around that, and ultimately, we look at brands like Patagonia, and we always say we want to be the Patagonia of food, because it's about transformation, it's about empowering the consumer to change, to transform their own health, and by doing so, transforming farmers' life and the planet. So for Jazzberry, it's all about the brand and the story, because today, consumers have very short, attention. So really, really key for us, and we work on it for the last 2 years, on how to unlock that for the consumers. So really, for us, if the brand don't exist, we can't make a difference in the world. So that's really why Jazzberry exists.
At Ya Oaxaca, it started long, long ago with Chef Susanna, who we call our Chief Mole Officer. She's been sharing the flavors of Oaxaca in her kitchen, her cooking school, on PBS, in her books. And this is a way of bringing home the wonderful flavors of Oaxaca to the at-home chef in every kitchen.
Root and Splendor was created out of my passion and my love for being a mom. We have 4 boys. They're currently 14, 12, 11, and 4. And we go through so much laundry in our home, as you can only imagine. We live on kind of like a homestead situation out in Vista, California. My boys are extremely active. The baseball, like the mud and the grass stains, they get so messy. So as I was doing their laundry when they were younger, truly, I was using natural brands. because I did not feel safe with the conventional brands. And the natural brands would not get out our stains, period. So that already, I didn't like the cleaning results, but then when I started diving into the ingredients on the natural brands, that's where I felt really duped as a consumer. I thought that natural meant safe. And so when the results were not cleaning our clothes well and they were not safe, I really believed, I thought personally as a mom, I need better than this. So that's when I started Formulated. I started doing all the research, really diving into ingredients, choosing what I wanted to wash my kids' clothes in. And the chemistry got very much beyond my understanding. So that's when I hired formulation chemists and enzyme scientists along the way to help me. I launched the brand after we did our third-party lab testing, when I realized we had something really unique and really special that especially other families could want and need. That's where Root and Splinter began.
All right, I'm gonna have the next question for all of you. So knowing you're starting out building these brands, I'm sure you're learning a ton, but what is the biggest pivot that you've had to make in your company and with your brand?
Yeah, absolutely. So we first launched Flourish as primarily a direct-to-consumer company. And we have since moved into independent retailers very quickly. We received a lot of inbound outreach about carrying our products. And what we learned was that these independent garden centers and plant boutiques are really brand evangelists for us. They are helping to convey what Flourish is, why you need it to the consumer, and that's something that's super, super important in something that is, because we believe that we're changing a category and customer education is so important to what we're doing. Those plant shop associates can talk more about the efficacy of our product than we ever could as a brand voice. So we'd rather these third parties speak on our behalf. And so that's where that validation comes in. And that pivot has actually enabled our direct-to-consumer sales to grow, and it's enabled our brand to grow.
Yeah, well, we met with Whole Foods about this time 2 years ago, and they said we have a world-class product, but we don't have a brand. So we kind of embarked on this 12-month, brand building DNA to a point where we have a straight line through every communication, through every touch point with the consumers. So it's brought it to a very simple thing, say make everyday meals do more for you, for the farmers, for the planet. So it's just the simplicity of it, because we have so much to tell, but we have like 2 seconds to tell it. So that was the biggest pivot for us.
I would say our pivot was more of a fast-track evolution of growth. I think the learning curve was extremely steep, and what we took on and how quickly we took it on and how quickly we learned it was, little mini pivots that got us to where we are. An example, like we followed the same strategy that was sketched out on a napkin in the spring of 2021, and we produced our first batches of mole sauce in Oaxaca and quickly moved into a massive co-packer north of Mexico City. Went from 1 warehouse to 2 warehouses, went from self-distributed to multiple distribution centers, and you figure it out. That's how you do it.
Yeah, for Root and Splinter, we spent 5 years with my team in formulation. So in those 5 years, we had a lot of time to really have our brand identity really formulated. So our pivot in those 5 years of formulation, the biggest pivot was removing water. Our early formulations did not include water. And as I was identifying this brand and becoming more solid in who we were, as an eco-friendly brand, choosing sustainable packaging, choosing eco-friendly ingredients, it dawned on me that water is not eco-friendly to ship across the country. So that biggest pivot early on was removing water from our formula and being 10 times more concentrated than a regular laundry detergent. Since then, our brand identity has been really strong. So it's been really, it's been easy for me to stay true to our values, especially in a world where values can be compromised a lot. So I really have a firm foundation of who we are, and we stay true to those.
So you're all amazing brands with very strong growth. What does it look like for each of you 4 years from now? Paint the picture for your brand.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah,
I can start. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start that. So for Root and Splinter, we truly want to be a household name. So we believe that all people deserve an opportunity to find products that are safe for you and also get premium results. So we want to strategically plan and grow into the natural channel more and then branch into the conventional. And that way all households throughout America can use our highly successful products.
4 years from now, we have a family-owned business that's growing at a rate that we can maintain and continue to keep to the principles and values that we hold true: flavor, taste, authenticity. But we're also growing the revitalization and economic sustainability of the Oaxacan community. If you look at the label artwork on our packaging, it comes from artists that are friends of Susanna's. If you look at where we get our criollo corn, if you look at where we get our chilies, everybody is going to thrive as our volume increases if we can continue to work with those purveyors. The one thing you don't see is organic, because we don't have an organic marketplace for the chilies that we need in order to make the mole correctly. So again, adhering to those values, making sure we're doing it right, and not compromising even if the market's asking for it, until we can build that market together over the next 4 years.
Okay, so 4 years from now, from a product standpoint, it will be the new quinoa. From a brand standpoint, which is much more important, it's about creating transformation in the system. So we talk about transforming consumers' health, farmers' life, and the planet, and we do that through partnership. So 4 years from now, we already started working with Nestle, Unilever, and those companies to create a systematic change. So, just using this really simple concept. So that's what I imagine 4 years from now. They'll be everywhere using it.
So Flourish is rooted in science from the beginning. So being on the cutting edge of plant technology and helping the home houseplant enthusiast, helping the urban gardener, helping the patio porch enthusiast to have beautiful and flourishing gardens is really our dream. Our dream is to help you flourish in the spaces that really matter most, and as we expand that SKU count, as we expand our channels, we know that we'll be able to help every person and help you find that green thumb.
Perfect. And on to you.
Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you. We'll be back.
Yeah, Trish.
Wowzers, awesome. Thank you to our top 4 finalists, judges, following Ashley off stage for your final judge deliberation round. Another round of applause. Great job, everyone. I forgot my clicker. Thank you, dear. Guys, it's that time again. If you didn't do it before, now's your chance. Whip out those phones. Thanks. What a doll. While the judges are deliberating, let's take this chance to vote for the audience choice. All you have to do is text the corresponding letter that matches your favorite pitch and company from today's show. We'll receive your vote in real time, and you'll have a few minutes to submit your vote. While everyone is practicing voting and getting that done, we are going to have our finalist sponsor come to the stage for a few words. Come on up to the stage, Doug.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Doug Helbig. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Green Spoon. I'm going to put the spoon down. Super excited to have all of you guys here at Expo East and at Pitch Slam. Thanks for coming out. This is our second time that we've sponsored this event, and we're super excited to be aligned with folks like 301 Inc., the Naturally Network, New Hope, and the amazing brands that we saw up here today. Now, we're back in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and that sets the stage so well for what the natural foods industry stands for what Expo East stands for, and for what Green Spoon was built on: community. Founders Kari Pedriana and Matt Bauman founded Green Spoon 12 years ago on the principle of community, that working together on shared support and collaborated success grows everyone together. And they broke the mold along the way. They broke the mold by focusing on people, and then by focusing on planet, far before focusing on profit. And that philosophy rings true today and resonates through Green Spoon. It's what we stand for. People. Green Spoon is close to 200 of the hardest working, most genuine and authentic people in the natural foods industry. Our longevity and continuity is what we're known for. Got two great examples of that longevity and continuity here with us today. With 10 years, we've got our own Christy Trujillo. And we have the godfather of green, employee number 1, the donor of the green spoon, Mr. Brian Conkey, almost 11 years with us. And that continuity and longevity and familiarity is what our brand partners have come to know and trust us for. Planet, our second pillar. It's what makes Green Spoon so green. And my guess is what makes Kari most proud is earlier this year, we announced that we were a 1% for the Planet organization, following climate trailblazers like Patagonia by donating 1% of our revenue back to planet causes. That's 1% of our revenue, not profit. Now, I have a dirty little secret. Green Spoon is a business too. Like many of the entrepreneurs out here, we have growth goals and aspirations. And for Green Spoon, there's two key ways that we grow: the easy way or the right way. Now, I'm humbled and a little saddened to say that we have had to turn down over 500 brands in the last year. But that's the easy way, padding our portfolio with hundreds and hundreds of brands. Green Spoon chose the right way by keeping a small, curated portfolio with deep boots on the street, because when our brands succeed, that's how we grow. I'm also really excited to talk about the newest division of Green Spoon, Take Root, our brand accelerator, led by our own brand whisperer, Michelle Rochelle. Take Root takes Green Spoon back to our roots. Matt and Kari founded Green Spoon to bring retailers the most innovative and groundbreaking new brands. And Take Root allows Green Spoon to work with CPG superstars of tomorrow by sustainably scaling brands today. Lastly, wanted to just give one final round of applause for the 8 amazing brands that we saw up here today. The entrepreneurial spirit and passion shows us that the natural foods industry has got a great heartbeat still. Hope everyone has a wonderful Expo East, and congratulations to all the finalists again.
Great, great, great. There's so many people looking at me. Am I stretching? Come on up, Katrina. I have a question for you.
We're ad-libbing now.
Yes.
What do you got for me?
I would love to know how these brands got here today.
I'm so glad you asked. So if you are a Naturally chapter member, you will have noticed that there are regional pitch slams in your area. So every single chapter will identify a winner, and all of those winners ladder up to compete here on the national stage. So this is an incredible moment for these brands because they've won regionally. And what's amazing about the network is that we're identifying 400 to 500 brands that are new every year. And so we're really excited to have this tradition of being able to elevate these brands because it is a great opportunity for them to be on stage. It's great practice for all of these pitches, and they're getting better and better every year.
Absolutely they are. They are getting fantastic. This is me looking to see if they've decided. They haven't. Katrina, tell me what trends you're excited to see on the floor.
What trends am I excited to see on the floor? I feel like I can't choose a favorite, but I am excited about all the mushrooms just because that's top of mind for me as I hit the show floor. I'm looking for lots of mushroom things that I can eat. So if mushroom brands out there, raise your hand, I'll come see you. Oh, we got one back there.
All right, mushrooms in the house.
Almost, almost.
Almost, almost.
Are we ready? Oh, we're ready, woo!
Okay, very exciting.
Are we doing audience choice first?
We are.
Okay. Are we ready for that? Okay, just a second.
Okay.
We're getting everyone prepared. We're getting the big checks prepared.
Yes. I am not signing them, coincidentally, jokingly. As our judges come up, tell us what inspired you to pick these judges.
I think that these judges are a great representation of what's going on in the industry right now. And, you know, there's retailers, there's data providers, there's a brand that's also representing that part of the stakeholder group. So it's really a wide variety of the stakeholders that make it a very vibrant industry.
Awesome.
Are we ready?
I think we
Am I
are
done ad-libbing?
ready to announce
Come
our
on
Audience
in.
Choice Award winner is Kristen Fracacci from Roots and Splendor. Kristen is the Naturally San Diego winner and also one of the 5 finalists from the NIQ's Founder Pitch Slam. Congratulations.
Okay, look at that guy. Okay, you gotta get your award. You gotta take your award.
Awesome. Congratulations. Next up is our runner-up, and that is Azul Cousin, CEO of Ya Oaxaca. Ya Oaxaca is this year's Naturally Bay Area winner. Great
Don't forget
job.
to take it from me. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Okay, we have to take a photo.
Where do I go?
Stand here. We're taking a photo.
You're going to take a picture.
Okay, now look at that guy. Okay.
And our winner today is Neil Dejacrest Parasak, the founder of Jazzberry. Awesome. Jazzberry is changing and bringing prosperity to rice farmers. Wonderful. Congratulations to all of our winners today.
One more judge shot, please.
Yeah, we got to get the great picture.
Can we snuggle?
Awesome. A round of applause for everyone that competed today. Great job, Neil. Great job to all of our founders. Come on, all of the founders, let's take a picture. Come on, everybody get in there. Hug. You're so supportive. You're all friends anyway.
And
Come
Naturally
on.
Network Board, don't go anywhere. You're coming up here right after this.
Yes. Wonderful.
I think we're being asked to squish.
Thanks so much to everyone that supported all of our founders, all of the friends, mentors, judges. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Are you done?
We'll keep smiling till our face hurts.
Okay.
And we'll ask Katrina to give us a little closing remarks.
Okay. Okay, if you have not RSVP'd to the Naturally Network after party, head to naturallynetwork.org. Oh, that's yours.
You can't keep the money.
Head to naturallynetwork.org, hit programs and Expo East and sign up for a party. And congratulations to everyone here, and you'll see them at the after party as well. Judges,
Awesome.
thank you for all your time.
Thank you.
Naturally Network Board, can you come this way, please?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, You're right on stage.
Canopy is Zipline Logistics shipper intelligence platform. So what that means is we give you the tools to track your shipments in real time. We give you the ability to look at all of the historical information about your loads and review KPIs about their performance.
Canopy was built first and foremost to be a Goldilocks TMS. It was entirely crafted through the lens of consumer goods and retail. So, things like measuring must arrive by date performance and OTIF performance, and helping shippers understand, not just from a retailer to retailer perspective, but from a retail location by retail location perspective, where their profitability lies, where their cost bases lie.
All of our customers get access to Canopy for free, which is truly an incredible service that we're able to offer our customers.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We've already come a long way, but we've got further to go. And together, there's no telling where we can go. Because one voice can sing a note, but many create harmony. When humanity comes together, amazing things happen. And we think the time for us to come together is right now. Coming in 2024, an all-new, one-of-its-kind immersive event experience like you've never imagined, where we will touch, see, and feel the innovations that are shaping tomorrow's CPG landscape. Where change makers and visionaries from all corners of the world will come together to rewrite the future of our industry and our planet, to co-create the world we want and that humanity deserves. Join us at the destination where conscious products grow. Newtopia now. Launching in Savannah, Georgia, August 2024.
Canopy is Zipline Logistics shipper intelligence platform. So what that means is we give you the tools to track your shipments in real time. We give you the ability to look at all of the historical information about your loads and review KPIs about their performance.
Canopy was built first and foremost to be a Goldilocks TMS. It was entirely crafted through the lens of consumer goods and retail. So, things like measuring must arrive by date performance and OTIF performance, and helping shippers understand, not just from a retailer to retailer perspective, but from a retail location by retail location perspective, where their profitability lies, where their cost bases lie.
All of our customers get access to Canopy for free, which is truly an incredible service that we're able to offer our customers.